Hello, I hope this finds you well. I thought we'd do a short 15-20 minute practice where we can also again be off the wrists, so no pressure on the wrists in this practice. And it's something you can do in the evening before you go to bed if you're feeling stiff at the end of the day, or if you're feeling stiff at the beginning of the day. Of course you can do it anytime, but this is an option for right at the end of your day or just when you're waking up and you want to do some movement. So we'll go ahead and get started on the ground. We'll eventually work our way up into a standing position to end. Nice and easy here, starting on the ground. Reach your arms and legs on an inhale. Nice deep breath in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, bring the arms down. Point your toes, reach your arms, inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Inhale again, reaching. This time start to, as you exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest. And so our left leg is gonna act like it's in a standing position. We're gonna flex into the foot and really keep this leg in a neutral position. So this is neutral, pretending the leg is in standing. Okay, come more deeply into your breath, close your eyes, and just feel the sensation of hugging this knee in towards the chest. Notice it in the hip flexor, that crease area where the hip meets the torso and the leg, and the back of the leg. And then come more deeply into your breath, inhaling and exhaling. In and out through the nose. Slowly start to bring the knee out to the side. So we start by opening up the knee and just hang out here for a moment. Feel what that feels like to open up the leg. And this foot can be however it is. And then inhale back to center. And as you find an exhale, set this right foot on top of the left thigh and start to pick up the right hip, reaching the arm out to the side and taking a gentler twist here. So we went doing this range of motion in the hip, from opening to closing the hip. Taking an extra breath here. You can even keep your eyes closed. And then we'll just go back and forth a few times. So on the inhale, we open up the hip, bringing the knee out. As you exhale, cross it across the body. Inhale, open it up. And the leg goes from one hand to the other as you twist and open. Do one more, open and close. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, close it here. And then just hug that knee back into the chest. Keep this foot flexed. And then from here, we start to extend the leg up, flex into the foot, and bend in, and extend, and bend in. And just hold it here for a moment. If this, for some reason, is really straining on this leg on the ground, you can pick it up and bring the foot onto the floor. And you can always bend in through this straightened, lifted leg. Flex into the foot here. Just hold it here for a moment. Try to straighten out, but don't strain too much to overextend. And then just bring the leg a little bit closer towards the torso. You feel a little more stretch going on in the hamstring. Take a breath. Take that right leg and slowly lower it all the way down. And just feel it come all the way down next to the left leg, extending this leg out. Point through the toes, wiggle out the legs. You should feel a big difference between right and left sides. So feel that difference. And then switch sides. Remember to keep this leg in neutral. Toes are pointed up. Inner thigh spins in. And just hang out, holding this left leg in. Also known as Apanasana. Or Apanas. And just keeping the knee inward, feeling whatever you feel on the hip flexor, the leg. Just notice what the effects of the pose are. Come more deeply into your breath. Get really present in your body. And then we'll do that little opening here, bringing it out to the side for a breath or two. And you can just go as far as you can go, not straining at all to jerk it into a position that feels unnatural or just doesn't feel right in your body. Just find your own range of motion. And then slowly start to bring the foot back in onto the top of the right thigh and cross it over. We can guide it with this arm over, gazing out to this side. Take 2 big breaths here. Feeling that spinal twist, and you should feel it in the outer hip. And then you can keep your eyes closed the whole time. Inhale, open it up, and exhale, cross it across. Inhale, open it up, and exhale, cross it across. And one more round. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, cross it over. And then come back to center. This leg stays where it is, or you can bend it as you start to straighten this leg up. I'm trying to keep the hips even here to start off with. So it's essentially this head to toe pose, or souped up Padangusthasana. And we're lying down and just bringing the leg up. We can bend into the knee however much we need to, but really keep the foot flexed. Keep pulling the toes back to the head. It's going to send a lot of energy through the back of the leg, which is what we want to get that extra stretch. And last moment here in this pose, we might bring the leg a little bit further towards the head, more overhead, maybe just over the chest to get a little more stretch here. This one can always be bent if needed. And then slowly start to lower that left leg down. And you begin to feel, okay, both legs went through that same process. You feel a little more openness there. When we're here on our backs, we're gonna hug both knees in and just give ourselves a little rock side to side. You can hold onto the shins or the knees. And take a big breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Yep. And then from here, flex into the feet. Grab onto the backs of the knees and just bring the feet out wide. It's like a wider hip here. Drawing the shoulder blades into the mat. Just hold on to the backs of the knees here. No need to grab for the feet in this version of our happy baby or Ananda Balasana, but we're just moving a little bit side to side, creating some nice massage for the lower back and getting this stretch in our hamstrings and our hips. Just take a deep breath here. Close your eyes. I know it looks silly, but just roll with it. Feel the stretch. And then hug the knees back in. Just feel what it likes to go from that extension in the hips back to neutral. Feel that difference. And then gently control the movement. Roll off to one side, whatever side feels most natural for you. And then use the strength of your arms. So oftentimes when we get out of bed, we just jerk up, right? We lift up our head first. Try not to do that and use your arm strength to really push up off the ground and make your way up a bit more gently than maybe what you're used to. All right, so we'll bring the feet out in front. We're upright here and our feet are together. Inhale, bring the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, round out through the spine, scoop in the belly. So do that a few times. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round up. This is like our cat-cow spine, but there's no need to put any pressure on our wrists in this position. So it might be a little varied, but we still get this forward and back stretch in our spine. Yeah. And then sit upright, walk the feet out in front, find a tall spine here. Maybe walk the feet a little bit more forward and start a little gentle twist over to one side. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. You can extend the legs a little further if you like, or maybe bring them in. And inhale back to center, and exhale, go to the other side. Really feeling that twist through your rib cage. Inhale back to center. Take one arm down, reach one arm up, and exhale, reach it over. Inhale back up, bring both hands together, really lengthen up tall, and exhale, go to the other side. And inhale back up, and exhale, hands together. Okay, we're coming on to the belly for the next little exercise, next little pose. So, lower gently onto the belly here. And like I said, no wrist pressure today. So we're just gonna bring the hands to either side of the legs, of the sides of the waist. Push the tops of the feet in the ground. So feel if you can even feel that pinky toe pushing into the ground. And now just look down. Try not to look at me unless I'm down, but look down and keep your neck flat. Start to lift the heads of the shoulders and draw your shoulder blades down the back. You don't need to do anything else from here. Try to keep your neck relatively flat. Just lift it as much as your chest lifts, and you might get a little bit more lift here. Now there's a lot going on here, like lots of back muscle work. Our legs are working too, our inner thighs are spinning in. And again, we're not turning the neck or cranking it to look up. We're just trying to use our upper body, upper back to lift us up, and our core is working too. See if you can take 2 more breaths here. Just do what you can and really draw the shoulder blades down the back. Still keep the hands onto the ground. Take another inhale here, lift up, and as you exhale, lower down and bring the forearms out in front and just rest the forehead. Take a big breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Yeah, and now reach both arms out in front. Stay looking down and just lift the left hand and the right leg. Keep the left foot and the right hand rooted into the ground. Inhale here, exhale down. Go to the other side, about a breath and a half here. Inhale and exhale, reach and lift. Neck is not moving really. Exhale down. And switch sides one more time. Inhale, lift. And on the exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Grand finale here. Let's see if we can lift both arms, both legs, just for about 2-3 breaths here. Trying to bring the arms aligned with the ears if we can. Lifting, not moving the neck a whole lot. Inhale your hands together. Exhale down. And yeah, somebody looking down at us, you can rest the head off to one side. Might not look like we're doing a whole lot, but we're really getting some strength building in our upper back muscles, along the spine, sides of the waist, and a bit of core as well. So good for our posture. All right, let's gently come onto our forearms, and we'll just take a Sphinx pose really quick. So like I said, no wrist, but we're on the forearms, no pressure on the wrists. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, and again, spin your inner thighs in. Make your pinky toe heavy. As you do that, you send some energy down your legs, and your lower back actually takes less pressure when you turn your legs on. Reach your heart forward, draw your shoulder blades back, lift up your head and neck a little bit, and take 2 more breaths here. Nice and easy, close the eyes. Nice and easy, 1 more deep breath. And slowly start to roll off to one side, gently pushing yourself up. Let's come into a seated, 1 more stretch here for the hips. Bring the feet together and just lift the knees and lower them. And do this a few times. We've already done a bit to warm up our hips, so it might be easier to go a little bit further, bringing the knees down. We can always hold on to the outer edges of the knees. Draw the shoulders back. Of course, if we had a block, we'd put it underneath the knees to help release tension in the hip flexors, but we just use our hands to hold the legs here, sort of support the hips. Take one more breath. And then draw your knees in. Let's see if we can stand up by not pushing our hands into the ground. So just by using our legs, practicing this to strengthen our joints and our lower body every day. So you might start off with a little bit of help and eventually build to standing up. Okay. And coming to a standing position, roll the shoulder blades down the back. We'll just stand tall here for a moment and find a mountain pose. Last little bit of practice, we'll do a half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lengthen up. And as you exhale, dive forward, bend into the knees, go all the way. Releasing the head, inhale, lift up halfway, shoulders down the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up and around. Exhale, hands to center. 2 more rounds. Inhale, sweep up, arms reach straight up. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders down the back, not a whole lot of crank in the neck. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. And just take a mountain pose. Release the arms down. Lengthen through the sides of the waist, shoulder blades down the back. Close the eyes. And feel the energy of just the bit of movement we've done so far and the effect it's had in your brain, in your breathing, in your body. Feel it for a moment. And then bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment to set an intention, maybe for your evening, your morning, or your midday, wherever you are. Setting an intention with clarity, something positive that you can bring awareness to the rest of your day. Maybe it's just adding in awareness of your body, when it does get stiff, taking breaks, doing a little stretching when you need to, and being kind to your body, right? Whatever else it is, maybe it's like remembering to drink extra water so we don't get dehydrated. Take a nice deep breath, commit to an intention that serves you. Exhaling it out. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.